there's a reason your online strategy for your church isn't working. Golly. But it's not for the reasons you think. Everything I create is for all the dreamers and doers. I want to give them that joyful confidence that Jesus offers us a better way to life, and he offers us a better way to lead. All right, where are you going?
First day of work. Well, sort of. It's just training today, so not an actual shift. But
What job you get?
a CNA position on the labor and delivery and pediatric unit.
Boom. Now, admittedly, this isn't the best time to start working in the hospital,
No.
or it is the best time.
Yeah.
Whichever way you look at it. Friday, babe. Have fun. Love you. You look cute in the scrubs.
Love you, girls.
He's going to have the best time ever.
Yeah. I am currently getting humbled at this thing called fatherhood. I'm watching the kids all day today again, so trying to do sermon prep. And then, of course, I'm dumb. I decide to use this week. It's a great idea to preach alongside of Caleb, but that requires a lot of interaction and communication, especially towards the beginning of the week. And these kids, I've cleaned up so much poop. Has anybody else watched that Michael Jordan Last Dance documentary so far? I am obsessed. Well, I've been doing YouTube trails, and I watched this interview with Michael Jordan's trainer, and the very last portion of it.
Your superstars, they're not afraid to share their knowledge, their expertise, because they know there are no secrets out there. There are no secrets. You look at the top athletes, they'll lay everything out on the table. Receiving the information is free. There's no cost to that. The price comes in is what you do with that information, and most people just aren't willing to pay the price, or they're not willing to pay the price long enough.
Two thoughts on that. Number one, a lot of these weekly DocumenTreys are about sharing all my tips, everything I'm trying in ministry to help motivate and encourage people with what I'm doing. And the other thing is, like, this isn't a competition, so I can care less. I want other people to succeed. But even at that, like, even if this was a competition, the sad reality is that I can give you all the tips in the world, and there will still be like 95% of us who don't execute. I mean, for me too. I know a lot more about what I should be doing with video and with pastoring, and sometimes I just simply don't execute. Execution is everything. At the beginning of this video, I talked about there's a reason why your online strategy isn't working. That's not it, but that is such a good like little pro tip. Let's go, MJ. You want to go see my Michael Jordan jersey? You don't believe I'm a Michael Jordan fan? You gotta be kidding me. Of course I'm a Michael Jordan fan. I have stories. Comment below if you want me to tell all of my interactions with MJ. They are multiple. For the people who think I'm doing a house edition, this is a job for me. This is how I make ends meet. It's called bivocational church planting. Google it. Speaking of, you can support me on Patreon or valueofvideo.com, so I don't have to do this anymore. Caleb, I have my camera the whole time.
So you should have recorded all of it?
Yeah, we did so much today, but this is hot. Like I could have broken my new camera.
Wow.
Anyways, here's the little iPhone footage I got from the day. So we are putting together like a care package. I don't even want to say care package, right? That like makes too big of a deal. Yeah. What would you call it? Just a
bag of popcorn.
Popcorn, because we're whatever. So Shay is looking up, or are you? These just your own ideas, or you're looking this up? What are some of the ideas? What we could say on the letter?
I think church is butter with you, or thanks for popping, or we just popped by to say hi.
I like it. I also thought about doing, because I'm cheesy and I'm a rhymer, our logo is red, the mood is blue. Here's a bag of popcorn we got just for you, or something like that. It's terrible. Feel the awkward tension. Ow. All right, let's go Thursday. You want to know why I started vlogging?
Please.
Do you want to know why?
You wanted to be like Casey Neistat?
Do you know why the second reason why I one of the biggest reasons, it was actually from research and understanding secularism, which is a nerdy word of just saying society today. The biggest thing we forget is secularism. This is a Ken Myers quote. Secularism is not a conclusion, but a mood. Here's what's hard about that. Because it's a mood, this is the first civilization in history that has based its foundation off doubt, not belief. Now, I'm not talking church right now. I'm talking just our global society. This is how we live our life. We are skeptics first before anything else. What that means, though, because it's not a conclusion, but a mood, there is not a 10 commandments for secularism. There is not here's the 5 things I believe. Refute this, show evidence for this, and I'll be a Christian. There isn't that. Now, some people think that way. They have their own like established, but it's in the air. The reason I started vlogging is because recognizing if it's not a conclusion, but a mood, what will really disrupt people is a different presence, is this embodiment of this follower of Jesus where you're captivating people through the power of story and the power of actually living your life how God has called you to. And so that's why I don't make videos that is just search the 5 attributes of God, blah, 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 blah. I want to do a story. I want to bring you in with my family. I want to show you life and all the ups and downs, because that is what people are moved by stories. Hollywood knows this. People know this. Story matters so much. We are narrative creatures. We have to remember there's not this set list of things that our culture knows. We're just skeptical. And it's hard to be a skeptic with a bunch of facts. I mean, we have that, and praise God for that. But the beauty of captivating people with your life, your presence, makes a big difference. And that's why I started vlogging.
I'm going to try to minister to who people are at. And here's where this can be almost theological in nature of my approach to ministry. I try to go to where people are at first, but then draw them to where I'm at. Because I see Jesus doing that, where he's like, hey, I'm going to come to you and we're going to approach, but now I need you to follow me.
Yeah.
And even with the online stuff, if I'm telling people, hey, come follow me, and they don't follow, I'm not going back after you.
Right.
I went, I found you, I called you. If you didn't follow, well, that's on you. Right. And so that can look like I'm not going to create every type of content that people want. If they want the 5 whatever, go find somebody else. They'll do that. If you want this, that,
you're gonna get rhyming at my
else.
Church, brother. That's just what's gonna happen. Okay. Okay. Wait, what did I say? Here, we just ended. You're on my vlog.
Me?
Yeah, what did I say?
You said God's all up in this.
In this what, Trey? In this what?
I don't know. There's a couple times I just got too excited with Caleb with me. I was saying weird stuff. Yeah. Anyways, we just finished combo. We're doing a conversation. I almost had so much fun. I wanted to do it every week, but probably, yeah. So explain, Caleb. I've been talking about online strategy and what the church really needs in this time. Give a quick explanation of us and our introduction of Rule of Life and what we're doing.
Just synthesize everything that we just preached 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Rule of life. It goes back to St. Benedict. I'm not going to start there.
No, just
for our 21, instead of we do our 21-day practices.
Yeah.
And so for the month of May, for the first 21 days of May, we've created what we call a rule of life, which are 3 daily habits and 3 weekly habits that we're encouraging every church member to take part in that help us realign our hearts towards God's presence around us. Is that heretical?
Yeah, perfect. That's exactly it. We need to use online strategy to empower people and not to just hey, listen to us and you'll have hope for the week. You know, it's how can we help you?
Right.
And I think this Rule of Life is helpful. Go check out the message. I think it was fun. I enjoyed this a lot. Making deliveries. We are a theater church after all, so gonna drop off these little things, just popping in to say we miss you. Then we have church in 2 hours. So here's the question: will every single one of our church members participate?
Yes.
I don't think so. We're not naive enough to think. We are pretty idealistic as pastors. We are hopeful. But the reality is, conventional wisdom has been saying, during this time, lower the bar. Everybody's been saying, make the whole service 30 minutes, right? Get rid of music. Don't do this, don't do that. And really, we've been pushing back because our chief job is to be shepherds and to care for our people and to love our people. And I really think what we need now more than ever is truth. And what we need now more than ever is to be pushed towards holy living. in a gracious and loving way. And so I really do think that God, I think what we need right now is renewal, revival. And we believe that will happen through a rule of life. And I believe all throughout history, God brings renewal through a remnant. It doesn't take many for a revival to come. And so what we're thinking is, instead of trying to do something that we know everybody would do, we're hoping our church would stand up and become the remnant and kind of get uncomfortable. Be willing to do things that conventional wisdom says, don't do that, let's all just relax. No, let's lean heavily into the presence of God during this time. So we encourage you, if you're somebody who emphasizes rule, we ask you to also remember life. And if you're somebody who emphasizes life, we also ask you to remember rule, to allow that structure and the spirit, the fire and form to come together. And so this rule of life is an invitation. We're not gonna check and see if you're doing it. We almost can't. You can lie to us. It's all online right now. We hope you participate. We're gonna give you ways to participate actually via our social media. We want to get some testimonials during this time, but we ask you guys to give it an honest try. Don't take tallies. You might miss a day. That's fine, right? Pick it up again the next day. It's all about just getting to know God more, becoming more and more intimate with Him. So give yourself some grace, lean into your community, and see what God will do. I'm really excited. I think this is a great plan of action. I love preaching hope, but I love that we're also teaching habit. I think this is the best way we can all love and care for each other.